Yes, I welcome once again each one of you to today's session. Today we have joined here. We have been part of this session to understand some basic necessities, some basic concepts that we should know about soft skills. These are the skills which a person must have, and a person will have. Automatically, that person will have, but we must try to improve on those facts. Let us know what is it. I am sharing my screen before you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's session is about soft skills. So soft skills are some skills which we have with us, but those are the some necessary skills which we should improve upon, which we should grow upon. So in this session of MCJ Training Institute of Soft Skills, I have put a picture of these things over here. Can you observe what things are available here on a desk? Can you name out the objects that you can see on the table?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Pen, book,
Yes.
clock.
Book, clock, and
Okay. Okay. Then, so the things that you can observe here is there is a person who is writing something. He's going to write something. He has a book along with him. He has a pen in his hand. There is a clock and there is a flower pot, a pot which has a creeper in it. So soft skills are relating to these skills which we have. We have some skills which we use for our working purpose. We have practical theory knowledge about the subject, accounts, tax, all those things we know practically, right? Auditing, all this we know practically. Then come some habits which we have, some skills which we have. Those things are very important. For example, as we can see over here, this shows about, see the clock over here, the clock over shows about the time management. We should do our work in time, right?
yes.
Is it okay if we give our work delayed? Is it acceptable?
No.
No, anybody, they won't accept.
Yes, they won't accept. Do we accept if our salary is paid late?
No.
No, the same way, whenever our work is expected, we have to submit those work on time with all care taken that no mistakes are done. The same way, there are many things, reports which we prepare, letters that we write, communication that we do when we are working, right? All those
Yes.
skills also form part of the soft skills. So we should know how to write a letter. We should know how to write a report. We should know how to draft an email. All those things form part of soft skills. So if this is the soft skill, if these characters other than the subject is soft skill, then what is the subject knowledge known as? Any idea? Technical knowledge has one term. If one side is soft skill, what might be the other one be? Can anyone guess on that?
One side is soft skills, on one more side, another side is the technical knowledge only. No,
Yes, technical knowledge. There is one name for that. What might be that name?
subject, yeah.
No, not the subject. I'll write it down. I'll make it clear by writing it down. See, what I told now is communication, then time management, and there are many. You can number many numbers. These are called as soft skill.
Hmm.
Then subject knowledge we need when working, right? Subject knowledge, for example, I can give, I need to know what is accounts, how to pass a journal entry, what is a ledger, what is a balance sheet, all those I need to know. I need to know about taxation also. What is GST, what is income tax, what is TDS, all those things I have to know. If this is soft skill, what is this skill called as? What might this skill be called as?
Professional skills.
Yes, you can say professional skills. Very good. But is there any similar word which I can use? Why I'm bringing this answer from you is you must start thinking now from now onwards. That is the reason I'm asking you to do these things. Yes, you said
Okay.
professional skills. Very good. It's a correct answer. But is there anything which can go in this word line? For example, there are two kind of person. One is a good person. Another one is a bad person. Opposite words, if I say. So person is common. Okay, sorry, I got disconnected and connected back. Yes, one is a good person, one is a bad person. If or else we can take a better example on this part. I will take the hard and soft itself. Soft. See, whatever we do documents in computer, it is called as soft copy. Whenever we take a paper print, it is called as
Hard
printout.
copy.
Yes.
Printout.
Yes, yes. This is the word I am looking for. So the same way, soft, another word is hard. Here also, these are the soft skill. These are the,
Hard skill.
yes. Hard skill are those skills which help you in working. While working, you need to know those hard skill. For example, if you are doing you are cooking something, you're doing a palau. If you're doing palau, you should know how to turn on a gas. You should know how to cut the vegetables. You should know how much you should put salt, how much you should put chili, right?
Yes, sir.
All those are the knowledge about that work you are doing. It is a basic necessity for the work purpose. Apart from that, you should have a habit of cleanliness. You should know how to put a vegetable, clean a vegetable. Those are soft skills which you should have. Cooking is knowledge relating to cooking is the hard skill. Knowledge apart from the cooking is called a soft skill. The same way in our working area also, we should have these soft skills. Okay.
Okay.
And you have this, we can assess, we can look into this. We will do this when we are in the session. Okay. I will ask some questions and by that I can get to know how good your soft skills are. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Nice. Now see, these soft skills definition. What is it? Just now I asked you again. I'm putting forth this question. What is it? Soft skill is a personal attribute. It's a personal character that supports situational awareness and enhances an individual's ability to get a job done. So it is some personal characters of a person. It differs from one person to another. All the people won't have the same soft skill. One person might be very good in talking. He might be able to communicate very well with his words. Another person might be having those skills with his keyboards. He might have handy fingers, which helps him to do his work immediately. Another person might have creativity. He might get good ideas, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
these soft skills should be our part and we should try to grow on these things. Okay. So it is the big personal attribute, personal characters that support that supports situation awareness based on the requirements of an industry, based on requirement of a workplace. We must be able to assess what work is expected from us, right? For example, if last minute work is there, can I do the work slowly?
No, we have to do fast, no?
Yes, we have to do it fast without making a mistake also. We have to take care of that part also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this kind of knowledge is called as soft skill. Okay. My question to you now is, why, when you are in an interview or when you are working, which kind of skill is required?
Both. Soft skill and
Hard
hard.
skill is required.
While
Hard
working,
skill,
which skill is required?
hard skill required. Which working is hard skill is enough.
Yes, you said it right. Hard skill is
If you want to
required.
do hard skills, compulsory want to.
Yes, hard skill we want. Do we need the soft skill also?
Yes, we need soft skill also.
Yes, so we need soft skill also. So there must be an equal balance between this. A person knowing only the knowledge of journal entry, whatever question you ask, he knows every answer of that. But he doesn't know to do his work in time. Will he get a job?
Yeah.
No.
Will he be able to continue working in that company?
No.
No.
So hard skill is required when we are in an interview. They will ask us questions about these things. They will ask us technical questions. What is the due date of filing a GST return? What is the due date for filing, for making a TDS payment? All those are the hard skill which we should have. We should know all those answers, right? When
Yes.
we are working, we need soft skill also.
Yes.
So while getting to an interview, our hard skill must be strong. If we want to continue working in the same company, our soft skill also must improve year on year, day by day. Our soft skills should improve. Okay. So I can easily say that for the interview purpose, hard skill, majority of the hard skill is required. But for sustaining that job, for having that job continuity, soft skill improvement is required. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So now going to the next slide. What is the first skill that we need? One prime most thing of every person is time management, right?
Yes.
Yes. So when we are studying in the school, is it okay if we don't study when we are in the school and after completing the school education, we can school studies?
No, it's not possible.
It's not possible, right? It will be difficult. We won't know the basic things which we need for higher studies, right? And if you are given a work where there is a due date, it must be done well before that due date, right? So there must be many things which we should take care of when we are working. Some examples which I can give here is, see, whenever we come across this situation of time management, how to manage it is the question that comes across us, right? Take for example, I have placed one leaf over here on the right side. Can you see that leaf? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That leaf to be green always, what should we do? Should we take care of, or is there something which is required?
You need to water it daily.
Yes,
That's
we
it.
need to water it daily, take care of it daily. It has to take care of itself, and we must also take care to look after it, right?
Yes, sir.
The same way, when we are working, we have to take care of the time. It will give a good impression about us if we do our work on time. And correctness is also required. So the question that arises is how to manage that time. The simple answer to that is avoid multitasking. The first answer that I can give is avoid multitasking. Can anyone let me know what's the meaning of multitasking?
Doing of so many works
Yes,
at a time.
yes, very good. You said it right. If you are asked to prepare a bank reconciliation statement immediately because you want to check if all the reconciliation And along with that, you are asked to print some reports. And then you want to fill your water bottle. Oh, yeah, that's also required. You are feeling very thirsty. You have been working from the morning and you are
Yes.
feeling very thirsty. You want to water bottle. You want to eat also something along with that. Then you want to talk with your
Colleagues.
mother. Colleagues
Mother.
also. Colleagues is also, yeah, colleagues is a better option because mother talking normally at office, it's not allowed. We are not allowed to take our phone to the office. Talk with colleague to do some time pass. Colleague, L-E-A. So there are these many work. Doing all this work at once, is it possible? I am talking with my colleague, filling a water bottle, and I want to eat something also. At the same time, I have given some prints which is coming out of the printer, and at the same time, I want to do the bank reconciliation statement also. Will it be feasible? Will it be acceptable to do all those things at once?
No, sir.
No, it won't be possible because we will mess up with everything, right? Everything will go into a toss. That the thing which I want to eat might be spilled with water. When I'm talking with the colleague, whatever I'm eating in my mouth might fall on him. So we must take, we must make sure that all the work are not done at once. And the bank reconciliation statement will go for a toss. It won't match at all if we do all those things at once. So that's the reason. The term which I wrote here is avoid. We have to avoid doing some things, and what we have to avoid is avoid multitasking. Okay. Yes. Then we have to learn. What should we learn? We should learn to say no whenever we are in a very tight situation, where we are in a situation where we cannot accept that job. For example, you might have many work at your office place. You're working on those things. At the same time, at your home, some work is asked on priority. They ask you to immediately get some medicines from the pharmacy. Which is the priority work now here? Office, they want a financials immediately. They want it just in 15 minutes. And the other thing is at home, there is an emergency where you need some medicines immediately from the pharmacy. What is the priority?
Home.
Which one?
Home.
Yes, because health is prime most thing. Yes, our family members, we have to take care of that. Taking that as a priority, I must immediately call my senior or the concerned person and inform. Right now, I am not able to do it. Can you please assign that work to my junior who knows everything about it? I am on a priority task. I have a priority task of helping my family member. So please excuse me. That's the way we have to manage. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So whenever we can't do something or we are not able to do something, we should inform. That is the skill we should grow up with. I have seen some people who are ill. I've been working in a company where a person was ill. There was a priority work which he should have done. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು time ಅಲ್ಲಿ. But that person was ill and he could not work. He even did not inform that to assign it to someone else. We were expecting that work from him because we thought that he was working on a daily basis 1-2 hours, which is enough. But unfortunately, that person did not work at all and no information was passed to the company. Is it the right thing to do?
No.
No. So whenever we are not able to do anything, we should keep the company or the concerned person informed. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Along with that, we have to use the time for productive purposes only. Like, for example, you have been working for 2 hours continuously. You should take a break. Continuously working for 4-5 hours or more than an hour, it will bring mental blocks. You won't be able to think creatively. You won't be able to do that work in a easy flow also. So you should take breaks at regular interval. Okay. Then use the time to take break, to take break Okay, and to reduce the anxiety also. Sometimes you will be in a hurry. You will be trying to do 2-3 things at once, and not 2-3 things, one thing in a hurry. The chances of making mistake is also there, right?
Yes,
What's
sir.
anxiety called in Kannada? Gadibidi, Gondla, having some unrest in your thoughts. You are not able to think correctly. When you are trying to do some priority work in a hurry, chances of that making a mistake is very high. So don't be anxious. To avoid that, you should use the time wisely. Take a break. It's okay. If you're working, take a break. Take a break of 2 minutes. Breathe in normally. Think that that work will get done, and it will get done without any issue. Okay, so this is about time management. These are the basic things which you should know when managing a time. Okay, are we clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see how many students have joined. Yes, 7 students, 6 students are there. I want each one of you to respond. The reason I want you to respond is I want affirmation from you to make sure that these skills are forming part of you from now onwards. Okay, it will help you along in a long way. Just having subject knowledge, I know accounts, I scored very good marks in accounts, I have a rank in university, all those things are very appreciable, but along with that, these skills improvement is also required. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yes, so I have got few questions to ask. I will ask Miss Ashwini, since you are responding promptly,
Yes, sir.
I've got one question for you.
Okay.
Yes, take for example, there is one priority work which you have to complete by evening.
Okay.
Okay, you have to get that work done by the evening, and you are finding it difficult to do.
Okay.
You are finding that the time to do it is not sufficient. You have to take reference of some documents, and you have to do some entries in the books.
Okay.
It's a time taking thing. So what will you do to manage your time? You have to do that work within the given time. So are there any ideas for this? Do you have any idea how to get that work done?
Uh, I will ask my senior to help me, sir, to get that work within a time.
Yes, very nice. That's a very good and smart idea. You can talk with your senior. I am in need of some assistance. Can I
Yes.
take help of some junior who will read out those things and I will type it?
Yes,
Or the
sir.
other way around, right?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Good. So you know how to manage the time.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, one more question. I want to
Okay.
ask to Sushmita. Sushmita?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Miss Sushmita. Now, I have got one question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have got one urgent priority task. See, there were some pending works which you had.
Okay.
That pending work is regarding TDS payment. Then giving monthly reports to the management. These two are priority work, which due date is today. Okay.
Okay.
You have to give the report to the management, which you have to work on. You have to work in Excel, you have to work in the accounting software, and there is a TDS payment, which you have to do today itself.
Okay.
Apart from these two work, your boss asks you to print previous 3-year financials. It will be a big task. You have to print a lot of papers. You have to make sure those formatting is correct, and it involves some 2-3 hours of work. So what will you do when you are charged with a new work? What ideas do you have to handle those work?
Sir, I request my boss, can I finish my TDS report today?
Yes.
And then I print previous 3 years financial reports.
Yes, that's a very good idea. So you have the
TDS
habit.
is due date today.
Yes, the TDS payment due date is today. If that payment is delayed, 1% interest will be charged, 1.5% interest might be charged. So all those
Okay.
things are there, right?
Yeah.
So to avoid those things, you will request your boss. What will be the words? What will be the words? I want the words also. If your boss has given that word work, what will be your words? Can you please express it in a sentence?
Sir, can I please mm,
Yes, you're taking my time, ma'am. Can you please do it in a hurry? I have got some other works to do. Your boss is saying like this to you. Yes.
no,
See,
sir.
go step by step. You should
Oh,
know how to tell a story. Telling a story, the same way you tell this situation. What you have to say, sir, I have got two priority works. One is the TDS payment, which should be done within today evening. The other one is I have to give you a report. Okay, I have to give you a report which you asked, and the due date is today. Since these two works are on priority, can I please get that other work done after completion of this work? Is the way you have to ask it. Or else, if you have someone junior and that junior does not have any work, you can also propose, sir, can I pass on this responsibility to my junior? I will guide him wherever necessary. So your conversation must be complete. You should not give statements like, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ. No.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
What you are talking? No, that Kannada I unable to understand.
You are unable to understand. That's the
I
Kannada
don't
which
know
we talk.
Kannada.
Yeah, you don't know Kannada. It's
uh,
okay, sir.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
giving
Kannada.
example in the sense what normally staffs do at office.
Okay.
I will talk in
Okay, okay, sir.
English itself. I just give an example, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Yes, yes. So we must take care of the words we are saying also, because it will give an impression, right?
okay.
Yes. So I am happy to know that you two have understood this concept nicely. The same way, I will yes, I look into who are joined. Okay, let's move on to the next topic now. After managing, or after knowing how to manage our time, there is a basic requirement of any workplace or our life during our lifetime: common sense, right?
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
We must have a common sense. That is also a skill. That is also a soft skill. If we don't have that common sense, it will be difficult to manage all the tasks in the right way. For example, let me give an example. There is one computer which you are working on a daily basis. Okay, and that computer is not turning on. What
Okay.
will you do?
First we check that our plug point.
Yes, very good. You first check the plug point. Very
Plug
nice.
point.
Yes, very good. Then you check the plug point. It is fine. It is on, but still the computer is not turning on. Is there anything that you can do next?
Again we check that hardware system. Any system, hardware system, any problem with that?
Yes, if you know those things, you can get into it. But the appreciable thing would be immediately inform some concerned person stating that your computer is not turning on, right?
Yeah, we want to
Yes,
inform
it is
the network
correct.
engineer.
Yes, sometime there might be a loose connection of that plug point, CPU power cable also, right?
Yeah, right, sir.
You can try with handling those things if you are comfortable. Only if you know, you should do those things, and you should check if it can be done, if it can work all right.
Yeah.
So this is relating to some technical relating to computer. When it comes to work also, there is a one question I want to ask specifically to Mr. Pradesh. Pradesh,
Yeah, please ask, sir.
yes, I have been working for 2 days on accounts work, but unfortunately the computer went to a crash. The computer went to a crash. My computer won't on itself because the hard disk went into a corrupt.
Okay.
What can I do?
First of all, I want to inform my manager.
Yes.
Because he only has all the access from that main
Very
server.
true. Yes.
First of all, you want to inform that person.
Yes.
Then only he will handle it.
Yes, he will handle it. But is there any steps that I can take to make sure that I get the data back? Is there anything in a company that will be done normally? Normally, in every company or place of business, data backup will
Yes.
be taken on a daily basis, right?
Yes.
It will be stored in the cloud, or it will be stored in some external hard disk, or there will be some measures that will be followed.
Yes.
So we have to look into that also. We
Yeah,
should
right.
not directly go and make a declaration that I won't do any work from today onwards. My 2 days of work is gone. I have to do it from the beginning. Don't make such statements. You have to go with a sense that there are some backups for those things,
Okay.
right? If urgently you have to give some reports, now itself you have to give a report, but your computer has went to a corrupt. What you can do, you can give the hard copies which you have printed some few days ago. That is also allowed.
Yeah, right.
For meeting purpose, if they don't have the soft copy with them,
Soft copy.
they can at least work with the hard copy.
Hard copy.
Yes, that is also a good idea. Another one, okay, I will ask this question to someone else. Yes, Shweta, can you answer my question? Shweta? Yes, do we have Shweta connected? Okay, Shweta is not responding. Kavya. Okay, Shweta, you got connected. Yes. Kavya, I will ask this question to Shweta. Shweta, my question is,
Yes, sir.
I am the accounts head. You or else you are the account head. You are asked to prepare a report for tomorrow's date, wherein you have to print many papers.
Sir,
You
I'm not
printed.
audible your voice, sir.
Okay, it's not audible. You are the head of the accounting division.
Yes, okay.
You have to prepare some financial statements for discussions for tomorrow's date.
Okay.
You took the printout in the previous day itself. Very nice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That printout, you took it to your home so that you can take a look at it and prepare for tomorrow's discussion.
Mm.
You took it to home. You took that papers to your home.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next day, you came to the office without having that paper with you.
Oh. No,
Unfortunately, you missed it. You missed bringing
okay.
that file.
Okay.
Now, there is 10 minutes for the meeting.
Okay.
What will you do? Yes. My question is, what will you do? Anyone else can also help on this matter if you have some idea or what's the way you can come out of this situation. Yes.
Sir, can
Yes.
I answer
Sure.
this question?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. We can take that picture to our WhatsApp. We can elaborate it from there. That is one
Very
option.
nice. Very nice.
And one more option is nowadays companies are using that OneDrive. Yeah, all
Yes.
are putting
Yes.
in that.
Very
Then
good.
everybody should access with that.
Yes. Very
We
nice.
can get from the data from.
Very good, sir. Very good. You said it very rightly, sir. Normally, what
Yeah.
happens in the business is we go by the
Yeah.
policy of save paper, save
Yeah.
the nation, right?
Yes.
We try not
Yes.
to
Yes.
print those things, but whenever it is required, we print it. But
Yes.
before making a print, we save the soft copies of those in our computer. One thing.
Yes. Yes.
Second thing is we can share those soft copies through social network. We have to take care
Yes.
not to send it through some softwares like WhatsApp or all those things, because there might be data security. There might be some
Yes.
confidential
Yes.
data which we don't want to leak in through some social network, right? So
Yes.
in the right way, if there is some online storage which we are using, we can store it in store it in it, and then we can give its access to everyone in the board meeting,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Here
Very
one
nice.
more problem also there, sir.
What is the
Here
problem?
one more problem also there. If our company system is there, then it is fine. We'll
Yes.
get the data from our system
Yes.
easily because
Yes.
we have a access.
Okay.
If we have gone to the demonstration to the other company,
Client
no,
place.
then
Yes.
very difficult.
Yes.
Then we
Very
have to
true.
use others. Then we have to take other sources. This
Yes.
WhatsApp,
That is
this
true.
this only.
Yes. Yes. That is true. That
Yeah.
so we must take care that these issues won't happen. That's the reason,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We
Very
have
nice.
to take care at least 90%.
Yes. Yes.
Remaining
So
10% we will fulfill it.
okay, very good, Syed. What you said is very right. Now I'm asking one
Uh,
question to everyone. How will you make sure that you don't miss doing something? How will you make sure?
it
You
is
had to
not
bring
possible, sir.
that paper, but you missed bringing
Uh,
that paper. What
uh,
precautions can you take
yes.
to make sure that you don't miss doing something? What is there
Yes.
any way?
Is there? I think so, sir. It is not
Sir,
there.
Yes,
Mistake will happen every company.
it will happen. No, I'm saying what measure we can take care of that. Pradesh, you wanted to say something. Yes,
yes,
Pradesh.
sir. We
We
want to
have to we
pre-plan,
have to write it
pre-plan, sir.
down.
Yes,
Tomorrow
We have
morning
to write
meeting
it.
means, sir.
yes, sir.
Today within working day, within 6:30, we want to
Yes,
prepare that every document. We want to separate file it, and we
yes,
want to keep the table instead of table means, sir. It's
yes,
not
yes.
possible. It's not possible.
Yes, Shweta
No,
did it.
brother.
Actually, what happened is she did it, but she
Oh
took
yes,
it
sir.
to home and forgot to bring it from home. So the measure we should take is we should have some note-taking habit or alarm habit. What I do is I put an alarm with a note. Morning 6 o'clock alarm, not morning 6 o'clock. I leave my home from 7:30. So 7:15 itself, I put an alarm. Take the printout and I save that alarm. At 7:15, my mobile will ring. Oh, take the printout. Yes, I missed the printout. I'm putting it in my bag.
So shall I tell one more thing, sir?
Yes, you can say.
So we maintain the to-do list.
Yes, we
That is
can
also very
maintain those
helpful.
to-do list.
Very
Now,
helpful, sir.
yes, it is very helpful. In the mobile itself, there are many apps that can help you a lot. One thing. Second thing is you have to make a note and stick it to the door, or there is very many alternatives. So why I'm asking these questions is these are the skills which you have to gain over the years of practice. Okay. And whenever you are in a catchy situation where you need to take a decision very immediately, keep your thoughts very simple. Keep your talkings very simple. Don't go complicated and start explaining everything about it. Don't go to your manager and say that I took a printout yesterday evening when leaving at 6:30. Then I reached home at 7 o'clock. Then at 8 o'clock, I read it. I, instead of keeping it in my bag, I kept it on the table. So 9 o'clock, I went to sleep. But 10 o'clock, I woke up and again I read it. Then 11 o'clock, I went to sleep. All those things are not required, right?
This,
You are
yes.
making a simple problem into a complex story, right?
Yeah.
Use your
We
common
are
sense.
wasting his
Yes.
time also.
Yes, use your common sense. You can give words, 2 sentences is sufficient. Sir, I go
Yes.
with the idea of saving paper. That's the reason today we are going to have our meeting without any paper. I have made arrangement for the PPT. I have made arrangement for the slides, sir. The projector is ready and we are waiting for your meeting in 2 minutes, sir. That is the way you have to handle your mistakes also. Okay.
Nowadays, no, sir. For
Yes.
meeting, nowadays, as for my knowledge, nowadays for meeting, everybody should using this checklist. No, every
Yes.
company have a checklist
Yes. Yes.
for every for every procedure.
Yes, they do have it. Yes.
They are giving one checklist. No, then we are going through the checklist. That is enough. Fine.
Yes, very true. Very true.
No need of this feature oriented plans
Yes,
and diary
but
writing. Everything,
see,
nothing else.
it is when you go to the big sized firms, multinational
Yeah,
companies, all
yeah,
those. When you are in a
yeah.
small or a mid-sized enterprises, they might not have gone to it, but still you can have that habit, right?
Yes, yes. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Your advice.
yes. So see, you have to keep your thoughts to the simple. You should not make it
Okay.
complex and create a chaos out of it. You should keep it to simple and settle the things at the minimum level itself. Okay. This is by using your
Okay.
common sense. Now going ahead with the next sheet, this shows about your ambition. Having a good ambition is also a soft skill. Why having ambition is required?
To achieve the goal.
Yes, but why it is required? Without it also we can work. Without it also we can have our day. Yes,
Work
but
different, ambition different. No, ambition is we have to reach a certain level.
yes, that is true. But can't we lead our day without that ambition also?
That also
Ah,
fine.
yes.
Yeah.
Sir, we have to reach the goals, this ambition.
See, there must be very right. You said it rightly. There must be purpose behind all our actions. Whatever we do for our improvement must be towards our ambitions achievement, right? We must have a strong desire to be a chief accountant of a company, a chief financial
Yes.
officer of a company. Only if I have
Yes.
a ambition to be a higher officer, I will make sure that all those skills come and be part of me, right?
Yes.
So that's the reason you should have an ambition. It is to achieve something or to do something. It should be a strong desire. Without it, it will be incomplete. It's like if you don't know where you want to go, then where to go, how to decide it? You can go right, you can go left, you can go straight, you can go behind, you can jump here itself. There is no direction. There is no way you are able to judge what to do next, right?
Yes.
I want each one of you to have a strong ambition. That is a very prerequisite of your career. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So whenever you are having an ambition, to achieve your ambition, you should compare with yourself on a daily basis. When I was in the college, I had my friend who had the same ambition as I had. He wanted to be a chartered accountant. He wanted to be a good person working in the field of commerce. I too had the same ambition. I never compared myself with my friend. My friend also did not compare with myself, with me. We did not compare with each other. We compared with our yesterday's knowledge. Okay.
Okay.
That is the basic requirement we should do. Whenever we are working, whenever we are studying, we should make sure not to compare ourselves with others. Others might be 10 times better than us. We should appreciate it. And we should try to improve ourselves so that we can be better than yesterday. Okay.
Okay.
So it is to compare
Okay.
and compete with yourself. You have to compete with yourself. Competition with others. Compete with yourself. If you are going to a running race, compete with yourself every day. Today you run. If you took 5 minutes to run, try with 4 minutes 45 seconds tomorrow. Don't try to compare with the gold medal hot he received. I want to be better than him. It will be difficult. Every day on your standards itself, you should try to be much more stronger. That is the way your ambition will be strongly affirmed in you and you will be achieving whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
So this is about the ambition. Now I want to know from your side, what is your ambition? Ashwini, can you please let me know what is your ambition?
To become an accountant, sir.
Yes, to become an accountant is just like you are saying, I want to be a good person. Can you be specific? Accountant in the sense, what kind of accounts do you like? What position would you like to see yourself? Do you want to be part of a mid-sized firm, big firm, your own firm? Anything like that? Can you be specific on that?
First, I want to start my career with domestic companies, sir, so that I can
Yes,
get fully
yes.
knowledge of.
See,
Yes,
can you
sir.
see the difference between the first answer and the second answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should give your answer in the same way when you're in an interview or someone asks you. You should see that, you should say that I see myself as an accountant in a domestic company 5 years ahead. Later, by 10 years, I want to be an accountant in a multinational company and see myself in a company abroad. Something like that will help you. Yes, you can continue, Ashwini. You are saying it in the right tone. Very nice. Yes, Ashwini. Please continue.
So I want to start the career in domestic company only, sir, so that I can get the knowledge of accountant in a fully way. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
After 2 years of completing in domestic company, I want to join. I can join in MNC company also.
Yes.
If I choose a MNC company, I want to do work on one specific like accounting, like something. If you do purchasing means we have to do purchasing
Okay.
transaction only.
Okay.
So I can't get any knowledge in the MNC company. So I
Okay.
want to start my career in domestic company only. After getting a fully knowledge about accounting, then I can jump to
Nice.
MNC so that I can handle there easily.
Yes. Now you informed to me it in a detail, like a movie. You explained all things of it.
Okay.
You are informing it because I am your trainer, and that's the reason you might have informed. If you are informing the same matter to the interviewer, how will you inform it? Can you say it in a crisp and simple 2-3 sentences? That's it. It should give the whole idea. Can you say something like that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, try.
First, I
I will ask
want
you
to.
the question. You start after that. Miss
Yeah.
Ashwini, what's your ambition?
Sir, I want to become an accountant. Actually, I want to see myself in MNC company after 5 years. Right now, I will start my career in a domestic company only, so that I can get a knowledge of accounts thoroughly. After that, I'll jump to MNC company, like that I can say, sir.
Yes, but the words you have used, you should alter it. I want to jump to MNC company.
Okay,
That
sorry,
means you want
sorry.
to learn in my company, then you want to jump to MNC. So our company will leave and jump to other company. Now itself you jump. They will have that thought. How
Okay.
you can say?
Then he will ask, sir. Then he will ask, why should I hire you?
Yes, that will be the question.
Definitely
Rightly
he will
said, sir.
ask.
Yes.
Ah,
That is why we should make sure that we say the right word. What you can say,
yes.
I see myself in a working in a multinational corporation. Currently, I have those skills which are required for your company. I look myself that my skills are correct for your requirements. That is why I want to see myself going along with the company's growth, and in future I look forward for a good opportunity in this company itself. You don't talk about jumping
Yes.
to another company.
Good,
Okay.
good. So nice, sir. This
Yes,
is very good answer.
yes. We should not say that I want to jump to other company. It gives a thought that ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. So that person will learn and jump to another company. So we want to learn in our company, make mistakes in our company. Yeah, no,
Oh,
not required. You can go and work in that company itself. That will be
yes.
their thought, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, you got two benefits now. Because we conversed, you got to correct yourself, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
This is the way soft skills gets improved.
sir,
Only
Satish,
once you start sharing your thoughts, you'll get to know what is correct and what corrections you have to do.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir,
Pradesh, you wanted to
I
say
have one
something?
question, sir.
Yes, sure.
So we have in another other ambition means, sir. Shall we share that ambition or not?
Yes, Pradesh, Mr. Pradesh, I'm happy that you are in the interview today. One thing I would like to know from you is, what is your ambition?
Sir, my aim is to become a businessman, sir.
You want to be a
You
businessman?
don't tell.
Yeah.
Don't tell,
Yeah,
man.
this is my question, sir. My aim is,
Okay.
sir, become a businessman.
Okay.
This is my job only. By career, I will choose my career and become a businessman only in future.
Okay.
That's in
Okay.
future aim. But
Your
currently,
future aim, you keep with yourself. See, if you say
Yeah.
that you want to be a businessman, they will start thinking that, this person will work with us, get to know our trade secret, get to know whatever secrets we have, and he will use for his business.
Yeah, okay, yeah, understand.
Yes, in any interview, you should not say about these personal things. Personal thoughts you should keep with yourself.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Even if you are planning to work in that company only for 1 year also, you should not say those things. What you can say is, I look forward for going along with this company. I would be happy to be part of your company. You should be always affirmative. You should say always things which are positive, and any decisions which you have for your future, you should keep it with yourself. Always
Yeah.
talk from the point of view of the company. You should say in such a way that company will get impressed by your words. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
For example, I will give you an example. Yes. See, if the company is saying you in the interview itself, we actually have 100 staffs, but you are the 101th person coming for the interview. We are just giving you work. I will check you for some 1 month. If you are not doing good, I will remove out of the company in 1 month. If that interview says some words like this to the candidate, will that candidate be comfortable to work?
No, sir.
No. The same way, if we say the interviewer that we are going to work only for 1 year, later I want to be a businessman, that company will also not be comfortable.
Okay.
Because
Simply, sir. That person who is going to the interview, no, he
yes,
wants to satisfy to the company representatives. First point. That
yes,
is okay, sir.
Yes,
Fine, no?
yes, fine.
And then he stand, he don't want to downfall with
No,
in front of him.
no. Never
He
give
don't
up.
want to downfall. He stand up with his knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should say that I want to grow with my knowledge with this company. Words should be like that, and it
Yes.
should be
Yes.
completed there itself. Yes, you have
Yes.
planned to go to higher company, big company. That is there. Keep it with yourself. That's it.
Keep
Okay.
it ourselves.
Or else the pay will get cut, or else the job offer won't be done. There are many situations, outcomes because of one word said wrong in an interview.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm happy with this interaction which you are having. Very good. I'm happy for these questions. Anyone,
Okay, sir.
any doubts you have, please ask me. Okay. This
Okay.
is the way we learn. This is the way we improve our soft skill, right?
Okay. Right.
Yes. Next session, I might randomly ask someone for your ambition. You should be able to answer me. Okay. You should be ready with these answers wherever you are in the interview, in your normal daily life, or when you are at your friend's place, anything. If they ask some questions like this, you must have some good answers.
Yes.
Yes.
Based on the situation.
Yes. Based on the situation, based on the
Based on the situation, we have to use our
yes.
common sense only.
Yes.
Nothing is there.
Yes. That is true.
Uh,
Moving ahead with the next slide now. This
Okay.
talks about focus. This is a very important skill which we should have. We must be able to focus on what is our target. In the interview, we just spoke about the same thing now. What is our focus? Job. Getting this job is our focus. Getting a good pay. If you are offered for 30,000, by saying something wrong, that 30,000 will get cut and it might be put down to 27,000 or something. They will make a less offer. If
yeah.
you say positively, that 30,000 pay might also increase because they get a confidence that you will be there along with them and you will grow along with them.
Okay.
Yes.
So the
Yes, sir.
focus must be in while talking, while working also. While working also, you must be focused at the work you are doing. If there are 5 works which is there in your head, you should not be thinking about some other work and doing this work, right?
Yes.
This work will go on a toss. This work won't be done correctly. You might not be able to find the loopholes of whatever workings you have done, whatever mistakes you have done.
Okay.
So think about what you
Okay.
are working and do it. For it's just like you have to immediately go to watch a movie, but you want to cook some food also. If you do it in a hurry, that food which you have cooked won't be all right. You will keep the who is laughing there? I hear a girl laughing. Ashwini.
Yes.
You had an experience like this, I guess. Nah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why it should not be done in a hurry. You must be focused
Okay.
on what you want to look at. See, in this picture which I put, can you see that only the area which is there in this magnifier, or what do you say, that eye point, that area is only looking all right. The others are glare. It is not that clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So we must be focused on where we want to go to, even in our ambition also. If our ambition says that I want to be the best accountant, make sure that you are strong with all those requirements which an accountant must have. You must be able to. Okay, I am hearing some background music. Background.
Yes, sir.
Pradesh, can I just mute? Whenever you want to talk, you can unmute. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So keep yourself focused on what you want to achieve, what you want to reach to. So how to develop this focus? Focus development is done by having those emotional stability. Emotionally, we must be all right. For example, take an example. You are okay. Let's take example of our childhood days. We did not study for the exam. We got few questions. In those questions, some 5 questions, the 4 question answer we know because we have read those 4. But 1 question we do not know the answer. If I fear about not knowing the one answer, my other 4 questions answer will also go wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
So when I am doing the first question, I should focus about it and write about it. Second question, second question, I do not know the answer correctly. I will skip it. I will do the third question. That's the way you have to handle yourself. Whichever you find difficult, skip those parts and do the other which is on priority.
Yes,
But
sir.
the overall way where you can achieve that focus is when you are emotionally stable. You should not be anxious. Gadbidi ಮಾಡ್ಬಾರ್ದು. What will happen if that work is not given? What should I do? My boss will scold me. My parents will also ask, why didn't I do that work? My colleagues will ask me this question. Keep all those things aside. If they ask question, I will have an answer. Right now, my work is to complete this. My task is to complete this work. I will do it rightly. That must be your stand always. How to achieve these things? When you get a good sleep daily, how much hour of sleep is required for us?
8 hours.
Yes,
Right.
7 to 8 hours is required, very much required, that to a complete sleep. When I ask my friend, I sometimes call him and ask, or just while we meet, I ask him, how is your sleep? He has some trouble getting sleep. He says, I woke up at 2 o'clock yesterday. I saw WhatsApp for 1 hour, then Instagram, then YouTube, then I directly went to office. I did not sleep at all. How much hour did you sleep? I went to bed at 10 o'clock. My wife was watching movie. So I also watched it for 10:30, sleeping itself. Then after 11:30, I got sleep. I slept till 2 I slept. Enough. For me, it's enough, he says. It will upset your health. It will upset your thought process. It will upset your focus also. Do you know in camera, when the focus is not correct, the image is blurred?
Yes, sir.
The same way, when our mind is not, when our emotions are not all right, when our activeness is not correct, our focus will be blurred. Okay, so keep your focus at its best. How can achieve it is good sleep. Sleeping we love, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we love to sleep. Enjoy your sleep. Keep all the thoughts, all the tomorrow's day's work aside, and take a good night's sleep. That is the first thing that you have to do. Then you have to be along with the nature. I wrote the nature spelling. Okay, it's correct. You have to be along with the nature. Try to make some time being in your garden. Go to the park. Look at the greenery. It will help you a lot in energizing yourself. Being in front of the computer for the whole day, looking at one rectangle screen and straining your eyes, it won't help you to improve your focus. If you have an option in the afternoon, get out of your office, walk on the streets, look at the trees, look at the greenery, look at the sky. It will bring all those lost energy back into you. Okay. This will help you improve your focus. Keep away from social media. It won't help you anyway. Will whatever social media time you spent in these past 5 years helping you now? Is it helping you?
No, sir.
Isn't it?
No, sir.
That's the reason I keep myself away from those things. I do not download any videos that comes to my social media. I do not look at it also. Let it be. I am missing some information, let I miss. But I will make sure to read a newspaper. I'll make sure to get updated with the updates in the income tax provision. All those which are required for my career, for my personality improvement, I will do those things. Others, skip it. Kindly start doing it from now itself. You won't get any benefit out of it. You will waste the good opportunity you have had to improve yourself. Okay. Can you please keep this in mind? This is a very prime thing that is required for your best outcome. You will see yourself as a happy person. Take for example, you started to work with a salary of 30,000, and at your retirement time, your salary was somewhere around 60,000 or 70,000. But if you had saved your time and used that time for reading purpose, your starting salary itself would have gone to 35,000. And when you're retiring, you might get a good salary, handsome salary of lakh rupees or something like that, if you are working with prompt and complete dedication. This can happen only when you divert all your, when you keep your ambition focused, you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, kindly do it. It will make
Sure.
yourself happy. You will be the happiest person. Okay.
Okay.
We will start to do it, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for
This
those
is
words.
advisable.
Yes, it is very much of a,
This is good advice.
yes, sir. I find that even small
Very
children
useful our
nowadays,
career.
even small children nowadays do not spend their time interacting with other kids. I remember when I was small, we used to fight like anything, play with each other, helping with each other, throw some mud on each other, then go hidingly and pinch someone. We used to do things like that. But now children do not want to interact with others. They do not know how to talk with their cousins. They do not know how to talk with a new person. Why? Mobile. If a child is irritating, hey, take this mobile, you go away, you play along with this. We do things like that. Stop doing those things if you are doing it.
Not
Why?
not only children, sir. Myself, I am
Yes.
also wasting the time with the social media.
Yes.
Daily
See,
2 hours, I think.
yes. Have you seen some changes in the social media? There are some software setting where you can set after 15 minutes, it gives you say a notification. You have been
Yes.
using your mobile for 15 minutes. Take a break.
Yes. Yes.
Social media has got
You are
that option. You can explore those things also. I do it. I do it whenever I find myself continuously doing it. Or else I put an alarm for 15 minutes. I use the social media, 15 minutes alarm,
today
get up, done.
today morning also same question I asked to Shivani ma'am, sir, in our
Okay.
institute.
Okay.
Today morning, what she advised, no, that is also useful.
Okay.
Sir, nowadays we can't leave this social media apps and all. We have to see. But while learning, no, if we are in the bedroom, we are sit and learning in the bedroom, then we have to keep the mobile on hall.
Yes, that's a very good thing.
Yeah, if we are learning at hall, then we have to keep our mobile at bedroom.
Yes, very true.
That is only. Yeah,
See,
yeah. See, today morning only she gave me advice.
yes, very nice, very nice.
Uh,
One more advice I can give you, which you can add along with this is, I use my
Sir.
social media only on my PC, only on my computer.
Computer.
Whichever social media is there. I don't use my mobile. Once I charge my mobile, I can use that mobile for 3.5 days without any issue. Why? Because in mobile, I use it only for calls, only for photo taking.
Yes.
All the social media I can use on the computer, and it will be used only for a specified time. After that, I will close it and I won't use it. This is the way we have to spend our time. There are many alternatives. So this is the creative thinking we should come out with. Okay.
Yes.
And we should be focused. Another part which helps you on getting a focus is meditation.
Yes.
Meditation is getting within your subconscious mind. It is getting to that energy which will help you grow to the potential you have. There is no limit for the heights we can reach. We are ourselves restricting it. We are set to achieve the best, but we are using social media. We are set to achieve the best, but we are lazy. I don't want to read today. Today I will take a holiday of reading. We are set to achieve the best, but we become lethargic. Exercise, oh, I should do exercise. I will just do some pranayama sitting over here itself. So all those things are pulling us away from being the best. So let us be the best. Let us have a good focus and be the best. Okay. Yes. Moving ahead now. There are some self-management skills which we should grow. I put all of them in one sheet so that we can get to know these easily. Emotional intelligence. Like I said previously, emotionally we must be stable, right?
Yes, sir.
Only then our communication will be clear, our thoughts will be clear, our decisions will be clear. Okay, so what is emotional intelligence is? It is a capacity of being aware, of controlling, expressing, and having a good interpersonal relationship. So when we are working, having a good working environment, we must be able to assess how the other person is also. We should know how our boss is, how is his temper, how is his easiness, how we can ask things with him, or else we should know about ourselves also before that, right? We should know if I work more than 2 hours, I will feel stressful, I will get a headache. So I should stop working. So emotional intelligence is a self-management technique. We must be able to know what too much will spoil us, right?
Yes, sir.
So have a strong emotional understanding. We normally know when to talk with our parents. When we are small kids, if our parents were angry, we would not ask for chocolate, right?
Yes, sir.
When we will be asked chocolate, when Amma is very happy, when we did some help to her and she says, you are a very good child of mine, you helped me a lot, thank you very much, very nice, Amma, one chocolate, Amma. We ask at that time, right?
Yes, sir.
We know the emotional intelligence right from our childhood days. The
Yes,
same emotional knowledge we should use in our workplace also. When is
Yeah,
the right time
practically
to
I was
talk?
used to that.
Sorry,
Practically I was used to the system only.
sorry, I am
Because
not
I
able to
was
get you.
anything I was done any major mistake means
Ah,
first of all I see as my manager mood
okay, yes, yes,
because
yes.
he have any good mood. Good mood means I will tell suddenly I will
Yes,
tell that.
yes,
He have any angry mood means
yes,
morning onwards I will not tell that. My major mistake.
yes, very nice. So we must see the right moment also, because it's yes, you said it rightly. It's like when the tawa is very hot. When the tawa is very hot, you should not use your hands to pick up that tawa. You should use a plucker. You should use that. What do you say? That it's in English it is called as. I'm not sorry. You use that pakkad, right? That pakkad.
yes, sir.
You
Yes.
should use that pakkad. The same way you should handle the situation at office also. When the boss is in temper, there is some reason where he might be angry or he might be tensed. If you can try to help on those matters, you should advise, sir, as you want the printouts immediately, I am good in computer, sir. I know how to extract those reports, sir. Even if that person has not come to office, I can help you. You can offer yourself. Okay. So this kind of emotional knowledge you should have, and you should take care that all persons working along with you are happy. If someone is disturbing you also, you must be able to manage your emotion, right? If someone person is coming and disturbing you, sir, can you please explain me this, sir? Sir, how to do this, sir? I don't know. Yesterday you told me, now I want to explain, understand again. If you are in a hurry, you can say, I will explain to you later. I have some priority work. I will do it right now. Instead of that, you have been asking from 2 3 days. Every time I'm explaining you, why should I tell you right now? You go and do your work. I will inform the boss if you come next time. Don't do those things. Emotionally, we must be stable. We must be a good person with a smile, with a happiness in our thoughts and in our actions also. Only then our work will also get the same kind of characters. It will be happy report. It will be a smiling report, or else it will be a tense report. Okay. Next team is team management.
Sir,
These are yes,
wait, sir, please. I have a doubt, sir, in that
yes,
focus part.
yes,
In that focus, no, sir. Actually, we will focus on to get a better job in better company, better
yes,
salary.
yes.
This is these three only, no, ultimate.
Yes.
In that,
So okay, continue. You complete it. I will inform you. Yes.
okay, I'll finish my question. Hello,
Yes, yes, I am able to
sir,
hear.
are you
Please.
getting my voice?
Yes, I am able to hear. Please continue.
In that, my doubt is actually, for example, I'll for example, now I am getting 3.5 lakhs of salary in a good reputed company.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have to get a 7 lakhs package.
Okay.
For example, nowadays companies are giving up to 30% only hike.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Up
Please
to
continue.
30% only hike.
Yes,
Apart
yes.
from 3.5 lakhs, I am
Okay.
getting one more 3.5 as an incentive, which is
Okay.
not credited in our account. It is
Oh.
giving by cash mode or any other mode.
Okay.
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 Hello?
Yes, yes. Please continue. I am
Hello?
able to hear. You continue, sir.
Hello?
Continue. Continue.
Hello?
Hello.
Which is apart from 3.5 lakhs,
Yes,
we are
yes. Yes, I understand that.
apart from 3.
Yes, sir. I understand that,
Up
sir.
to
Continue, sir.
3.5 lakh, we are okay, sir. Then I have to get a new job with the 7 lakhs package. Is it
Okay.
possible in present market? How to we have to ask to the interviewer?
See, one thing you have to go is whenever you are going for a new interview, you have to specify what was your package. You do not specify what's the package. They normally get to know what's your package based on the industry standards, right? Market standards or the industry standard. They will get to know how much they
Yes.
will pay. In case the
Yes.
package will be spoken at the time of interview, you can request them stating that, sir, I know what is the industry standard, sir. I have been working in the same position in the previous at my previous workplace, I was made a good offer, and you can see my skills very apt, very much correct to your requirements, sir. Based on that, I expect a good pay for the work I do, sir. That's the way you have to say. You should not go by saying the numbers. Who knows, that person might pay you 8 lakh also,
So,
right?
so in current company,
No,
we are
sir, they
getting
will
so
ask
much
you
salary.
definitely what is the expected CTC. We have to
See,
mention it in the resume.
yes, I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about gross salary and CTC. You are getting cash in hand is less. Incentives are going more. All those things are happening.
Ah,
Yes, I understand those
ah,
things. If there is any changes you want to make, you can discuss it in the interview in right words.
okay.
Okay, and also look that if that much jump is allowed, if normally industry 30% improvement is given. If you are expecting for
Yes.
50%, 60% improvement, is it right to ask? If you know that interviewer or you have taken a good reference, you can take use of all those things and talk accordingly. There are many factors which are influenced. This is the way you have to
Yes,
assess
sir.
and you have to do
Ah.
it.
Yes, sir. What you are telling is right, but what I am asking, is it right to ask to the interviewer? That is my question to you.
At the end of the interview, sir, in the beginning itself, good morning, sir. Sir, I want a
Ah.
good package, sir. I want 50% increment.
No, no, that is not. That
No,
is
I'm just
not, sir.
joking.
That
I'm
is
just
not in a
joking.
way.
Yes, yes.
No,
Yes,
no.
it is right to ask. It is right to ask.
Now, last, for example, last year I was got 3.5 lakhs of salary, and I have been awarded from the company one more 3.5
Okay,
with my best performance. No,
nice.
then
Nice.
I got CTC 7 only. No,
Yes,
for example,
yes,
with
yes.
that
Gross
7
salary is
we can
3.5,
ask to
CTC
the
is 7.
interviewer. That is my question.
Yes, you can ask it.
Okay, that no problem, no, to the interviewer for this.
No problem in the sense, see, look, if that job will actually get 7, you should look into that.
Ah.
I am not sure what kind of job, what's your responsibility, how much is the scale of that business. If the scale of this
Okay.
business turnover is less than the other company, if the second company you're opting is less turnover, they can't pay you that, right?
Okay.
You have to look into many factors. You have to look what's their turnover, what's their capacity, will they be paying? Look at other employees or other staff with your same designation, how much they are getting. If they are getting
Recently,
less,
I have.
you can't ask for more. Let's
Sir.
discuss those after the class, sir. Let's now continue with this part, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, sir. Okay,
These are
okay.
some personal thoughts you have. I'm happy that you're asking. We can discuss these things when we are at ease. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Since there
sir.
is a syllabus to complete, I will go ahead.
Mm.
Yes, you can ask it, is my final verdict, but you have to look at the situation, assess what is the situation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Next comes the team management and leadership. So team management is you must be able to manage a team. If you have subordinates, if you have colleagues, if you have juniors, you must be able to manage the team and delegate the work to them. Hey, it will report Madikoda, do this report immediately. I want it now itself. Is that the right way of asking her? No. Can you please get this report done? I want it to get it done by 2 p.m. That's the way you should give. You should give a time factor and ask them to do. And whenever they do their work in time with correctness, you should appreciate. Happy that you did it rightly. Very nice. I appreciate for your involvement, or I appreciate your output. That's the way you have to appreciate. That will keep them happy, and that will give your respect also. Okay. So being a leader is also a soft skill that you should grow upon. Don't be just an accountant. Try to be the best accountant. Try to be the person who each person will respect. Okay. At your retirement time, you must be honored. You must be praised for your service. That's the goal you should have. Okay. Yes. Then communication skill. We are good at this skill, but sometimes we hesitate, right? We hesitate to talk. Why? Practice. We do not do enough practice. So what to do for this is you have to start talking. Whenever you get a good opportunity to talk, whenever you have an option to speak, take opportunity of that. Take, for example, you are in a community and your community persons are having a function. You can go and say yourself, I want to offer myself. I want to handle this committee meeting. I will do the MC. I will speak in the, I will come and come to the dais and carry this function. or else if there is any talk which you have to do, say, I want to talk about something, take opportunity of those things. Okay. This will improve your communication skill. You should always talk and discuss your learnings with only those who know about it. Take for example, there is a small kid who is good in talking English, but can you go and ask him about grammatical questions or some difficult questions which he doesn't understand?
No.
The same way, when it comes to technical points also, go and discuss with only those who are the best. This will help you to improve. Okay. Can I get some response, sir? There is no one responding. Huh?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yes. Thank you. So conflict management. What is conflict management? Officers not normally. Sometimes there might be some disagreement. One person might say, it's not my work, it's your work. And you are saying, sir, no, sir, it is your assigned work, sir. I will discuss this with my manager and let you know. That is the way you have to settle it. If you are in a conflict, and if background noises are happening, Mr. Pranit.
Yes,
Pradesh.
sir.
Yeah, Pradesh. I am muting it. Okay, thank you. See, this is the way you have to manage any conversation which is going on a conflict. You should not try to pace it up or bring it in a higher note. You should settle it down wherever it is. If two persons are quarreling, you don't go between and start making any teams. I am your team, huh? Whatever you say is right, okay? Whatever you say is right. You said everything wrong. Don't do those things. In school times, we used to do those things for team playing, right?
Yes, sir.
But now it's not a good thing. Try to keep yourself away from all these conflicts. Try to help in case if there is any conflict. If you can help in resolving it or stopping it, try to do it. It will give a good impression on others that you are a alike person. You don't talk in anyone's favor. Don't do those talking behind things also, because it is a bad remark to your soft skill. Okay. And deep listening is very much required. You must be able to understand what is being said to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So if boss comes and says, take a print of the sales register. If I do a printout of sales return register, will it be right?
No.
Yes. On the face itself, it is a difference. Sales and sales return is a different thing. If I print a sales and sales return, will it be correct?
Yeah.
No.
No, not required. Boss asked for sales only. So sales only is sufficient. Both giving, he will see many pages. He might be confused on those things. Whatever is asked, only that is required, right? So these are some skills. I have not mentioned all the skills. There are hundreds of skills which you should know. Some basic thoughts which you should have in your mind while doing work is these things. Okay. Are we clear on this?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Next thing is being good. Is being good required when we are working or when we are having a personal life?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It gives us respect, right?
Yes, sir.
We will be respected for what we are. That's the way we feel happy. We feel happy when we are thinking about ourselves and thinking about others also. Both is required. We should see that if we are able to do it. If there is too much work and one more work is given, we should say, I will be happy to do that work, but currently I am tied up with many responsibility. Sorry, sir. Can you please assign this to someone else if it is a priority work? I am tied up with these work. This must be your words. So the characters which you should have, the soft skill which you should have is being friendly. Okay, and having good manners. Friendliness and manners is a very important part which helps you to improve. Being friendly, when you try to help someone when they are in need of help, you will get back that help when you are in need of it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So make sure to have a friendly character, even if some persons might be trying to create some trouble, keep them aside. Have conversation only if it is required from those people. Keep yourself away from those kind of person. You will get such kind of person in a work environment, because all persons are not alike, right?
Yes.
It is a nature. It is a nature where everything can't be the same thing. There are some different kind of people with different kind of thought, different kind of emotional intelligence. So your intelligence must be at the best. Your emotional intelligence must be at the best, and you should place yourself in a very calm and good manner way. Okay. So situational awareness, like I just discussed with Mr. Sayed, based on the situation, based on the requirement, based on the options you have, you must talk. And like Mr. Pradesh told me, I will not tell when the boss is very angry or is in tension. I will see what's the correct time, and only then I will say. Yes. So
Sir,
that's
yes,
the,
sir.
yes, that's the way we must be able to assess the situation. Okay. Then enthusiasm. We must have that live energy in us. I was I have worked in companies where staffs will be like, how much work do they give us? I have to work for the whole day. They start complaining about their work which is given to them. What's the purpose they are working? To earn. They should do it happily, with that smile, with that charm on their face. They do it like, ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಡೀ ದಿನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಮುಗಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, it won't get end up if you work for the whole day. That's the work. So do it with a smile, with enthusiasm. What it will do is, it will give positive energy in you. Your focus will improve. It will give a positive impression on the employer also. Your boss will be also happy that that person, not only he being or she being happy, but that person is making others also happy. This is a positive thing in our company. Start being that person. Okay. Next thing is optimism. You need to be positive, whatever might be the situation. Today is the due date for TDS payment. There is only 1 hour to pay it, but the online server is not allowing for the payment. There is some busy server, or the site is not loading. You must not be like, today it won't work. We are done. I don't know what to do. You yourself do. I told you to give me the accounts yesterday itself, but you gave me to me today. No, please do not make such kind of comments. Be optimistic. Don't comment about what wrongs were done. Look at what options you have. You can ask, please open in your computer and you check with that website. Try to make a payment by yourself right now. I will also try doing here. Whoever gets connected first, we'll make a payment through that. That kind of thoughts you should have. Okay, this is called as being optimistic. Being optimistic and being positive about the end result also. If your boss might say, oh, today we can't pay this amount, we have to pay a huge amount of interest, you should say, no sir, we will try our best, sir. We have still got half an hour time. We will try our best. We will get a time where we will get connected. That must be the words you are putting forward. Are you able to get what tone I am trying to set here?
Yes, good, nice,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, see, why I'm asking you is responsive basis. I should look what the students are looking at or what we are understanding, and I should go ahead. Just like an interview also takes place. You should make sure that you are understanding the interviewer. The interviewer make sure that he's understanding the candidate. So when both of them are on the same lines, they can communicate easily, or else everything will fly over the head, and both of them will be at some different thoughts. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Next comes the
Think
empathy part.
alternative.
Yes. Next comes the empathy part. What is the meaning of empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feeling of others. Like I said, you must be able to understand other person's emotion also. Before you get angry, breathe once. It's easy to say and it's difficult to practice, but you can do that. Whenever you get angry, try to breathe. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. What is the use of that anger? Will it help to do something? No, it will spoil your own health. Okay, your validity will get less. So we have to make sure that our validity improves, right?
Yeah, right, sir.
Yes, to make sure that our validity increases, let's keep away that anger part. Let's keep away in a closed box. We don't want that anger part. We can get things done with soft spoken words also. So empathy is
Good.
about understanding others' feelings. A person might have trouble at his home. Because of that person having trouble at his home, he is shouting in office. Anger at of home is put out in office. What we should do? Be away from that person. Do not talk with him when he is in anger. Don't go and try to console and say, what's your problem? Please tell me, I will try to help you. Don't do that. You will get much more trouble on your head. Don't do those things. Understand others' feeling and take your decisions accordingly is the thing you have to grow up with. These are some skills which you should grow up with. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
The next thing,
so much disturbance is there, sir.
yes, I see that.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
So much disturbance is there. We are not unable to get your voice.
Yes, I want to mute everyone's audio. I muted Ashwini's. Ashwini's background music, something was happening. Yes, now it is clear, right?
Now clear, sir.
Yes, thank you for informing. See,
Yeah, sir. Clear now is clear.
yes. So when there is disturbances, we can't focus, right?
Yeah, right, right,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we'll continue now. Should I go again with this, sir? Should I explain these again? Are we clear with these points, sir? Mr. Syed and Pradesh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
clear, sir.
Yes.
Clear, sir. Yes.
Okay. Yes, we'll go ahead now. Yes, other soft skills. Some other soft skills are writing skills. Writing is the prime thing. How did we learn ABCD? How did we learn 1, 2, 3, 4? How did we learn AI? All those we learned by writing. When we write, our thought process will be much more stronger. In this technological era, we have only computer skills. We know how to type a message faster, but we don't know how to write. How are you? HWRU. Done. Is that the way we write? HOWARE. So we have missed that important part. Start writing. Who has the habit of writing diary? Anyone write diary?
Yeah, Pradesh, sir. Pradesh,
Yeah,
I will
myself.
write, sir.
Very
I
good,
know, sir.
Pradesh. Syed, you also write?
Salahuddin also, sir. Yes,
Hey,
yes.
very nice. Very nice, sir. I'm happy that you write a diary. I write a diary. I write a work diary regarding the work I have done, mistakes I have done. How will I correct those mistakes? What actions I will take not for those mistakes to happen? All those things I write.
Okay.
I will write because writing gives a strong note in my thoughts. It will help to increase my language. My English will improve by that. One thing. My writing abilities will improve by that. Isn't it good? And
Yes.
that will help for writing communication also. We will be able to talk fluently also. Okay, so start with those writing habits. Whenever you are learning for some exam or whenever you are going for any talk, before you give that talk, write it at least once with full letters. Okay, what about you? WABTU, just a letter U. Those things, don't do those things. Write it completely. This improves your reading ability also. When you know the spellings correctly, you will be able to write and read it also. Both you can do by that. So writing skill is important because in company, you have to draft some letters. You have to draft many letters. You must be able to communicate with your customers, with your suppliers. You have to send them email also. I have written it here, writing
Yes.
emails. Who knows how to draft email?
I know, sir.
Yes, very nice. Anyone else who knows how to draft an email?
No, sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
We are not form. I know. I'm not sending that email, but it's not a formal form.
Yes. Formal email, we should know how to address the receiver, how to put a CC, BCC, all those things we should know. All those options which are available in the email, we should know. There is a mode where we put the signature. Should we give reference to the previous mail, whether it is required or not? All those things. See, normally if there is a conversation happening between two parties, we will send a
Yes.
reply to that previous
Yes.
mail. We should not send
Yes.
a new mail each time. For example, one income tax relating to some accounts work. If there is one worker, in that same mail itself, reply must be given. Each time, new subject, new mail, not advisable. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Why is
Yes,
it? Because it will help for easy reference. You will learn these things when you start to do it practically. What you can do? You can start to send emails to your friends. You can start doing it by sending email to your colleagues, or you can start it by doing it to your family members. You can start some conversation. You can do it so that you can understand all the aspects which are there in the email. That's the way you can do it. Then you should know the storytelling also. Why is this required? Is chronological order. You should say it. You should not say the climax of the film first and then the starting of the film. It's not like you saying India won the cricket match and they were happy forever. In starting, what happened, they were from a small village. They did not know how to do bowling. They did not have bat and ball. That's not the way you say, right? When you want to say that Lagan movie, you say that in a correct way. There's a way you say that movie, right? The same
right,
way you should share your thoughts also when you're working, when you're trying to explain some work or trying to explain some report also, you should go in a correct way. For example, explaining a balance sheet. So last year's balance sheet total was 1.4 crore. This year's balance sheet total is 1.6 crore. Now I would like to start talking about the assets. In assets, our cash balance is this much. What's that? It's not the way you start a presentation of financials. How do you do it? Very good morning, everyone. I'm happy to place before you our financial status as on this date. We are seeing a forward growth in our assets where the assets value of the fixed deposits and the fixed assets has increased by this much amount. And also our current assets, the cash items which we need for the working capital, is seeing a positive growth because of our operational activities have seen a 25% increase in activities. So something like that, going in a chronological way will give a positive impression about you. Start with those skills. Start practicing those skills. Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
the chronological means the
Chronological
meaning of
means
chronological.
based on year wise or based on step wise.
Okay, okay.
For example, first step, plant a seed. Plant a seed means put a seed in the soil. Then
Okay.
water the plant daily. Take the fruits
Take the fruits or eat the fruits.
yeah, take the fruits, then eat the fruits.
Eat the fruits.
So what are the steps to get a fruit? The steps to get a fruit is you have to take the fruits from the plant and water it daily. Is that the way you say? It is something incorrect. That statement itself like incorrect. Clarity of idea is
Run,
not there.
run.
Yes. What you have to say, to get a fruit, you have to plant a seed, water it daily, and then take the fruits and eat it. That's the way, right?
Yes.
If the order goes up and down, thoughts will also go up and down. It is just like after first standard, you study second standard, then you go to third, then you go to fourth. And when you write in your CV, you first talk about your graduation. Then you don't say about MCom. Then you don't say about 10th. Is this order correct? Order is not
No,
correct,
sir.
right? So you have to go in chronological order. If you start from 10th, If you start from 10th, then you have to say 12th, then you have to say about B comma, then you have to say about M comma. Or else if you start from M comma, you can then say B comma, then you can go by 12th and then 10th. This is a chronological order. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Next, creativity. Creative ideas is required. For example, your office has a backup power. Okay. There is no power from the past 2 days. From the past 2 days, there is no power, and the backup power is also gone. Okay. Backup power is gone in the sense that diesel, whichever they have put for the whole day, that got emptied at 12 o'clock in the afternoon itself. You have got now some 2 hours of time to spend where you are not able to work. But you have a meeting at 4 o'clock. What you can do now? All your computers are off. You need to
Suddenly
think.
we want to, anyway, we have generator. We have
Yeah, generator also that went into a toss. That generator was running from past 2 days continuously. It is under repair. 2 hours is required for that repair. Now what will you do?
Yes.
You have to look at some creative ideas, what you can do. If you have a team of 4 or 5 members, you can ask them to start their presentation. Can you please give me the presentation on some nominal values? What will you say first? Will you start with the profit and loss account first or the balance sheet first? What will you then say? Will you say about the business requirements then after that? So orders, all those things, whichever you want to do afterwards, you can do it now itself without the computer, right? Take one more example, situation. There is one lift for your company and there are hundreds of floors that building. It's a very big building and only one lift, for example, just for example. You have to wait for almost 10 minutes at the place where you press that elevator button, that lift button. Instead of standing there for 10 minutes without doing anything, you can have some creative ideas. You can place on a display screen where you can show some informative information about work, how to do a work, or some good advertisements you can give, or not advertisements, anything relating to study or anything new knowledge, a good saying you can put there, good quotes you can put there, right? Or else you can bring a book by yourself every day. Every day you can bring a book and you can sit besides the lift and read on that book. Something productive you should do. So creativity is required when the business in a catchy situation. Okay. We will play some games if time permits. We'll play some games on this. I will ask some questions and I want answers from you. So we'll look into this part also. Okay. Next, better questions. You must be able to put better questions. Start putting some smart questions. I am happy with this batch of students. You are asking some smart questions. That is the way you will improve and you can see a bright future on this also. Okay.
So shall I ask, sir?
You want to ask right now? Huh?
Yeah, right now.
Sure.
So, sir.
Yes.
So if I get currently I'm working, if I get
Okay.
low salary.
Yes. Wait. This question, wait. These personal questions we can ask later. Relating to subject, I want to complete it. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yes, sir.
Sir, Mr. Pradesh, he's outside, I think, sir.
Yes, he's outside.
Lot of disturbance is coming, sir.
Sir, yes.
Yeah,
You said, wait, Mr. Sayer. One thing, you said the points correctly, but think that this is an interview. The way you should have said it is, I appreciate that Pradesh is in the city. He is in the traffic, but still he is connected. Yes. Very nice, sir. Very nice to see him having joined this group, sir. But there is some disturbance happening in the background. If there was no disturbance, Pradesh might have listened to us much more clearer, sir. Something like that. Isn't it? Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay. I'm just telling you for the interview purpose. This is the way you have to present yourself. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Nice.
Okay.
So look at the energy, sir, we have among us. See, Pradesh is traveling. He is going from his office or he is going from one place to another place, but still he is connected. This shows the energy you have in yourself. Have that confidence. Have that confidence in yourself. You can achieve any height you want. You can be the best person. That must start from within. ನಮ್ಮಿಂದಲೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. It should start from you yourself itself. We can just train you, we can just guide you, but that actual work will start from you itself. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Next, you should know about asking questions. Start asking questions. It will help you a lot. Then writing
Yes.
email is a very important thing. This is the prime most thing, giving and receiving feedback. If a person who is he's cooking a food every day, he's cooking a palav every day, but he doesn't know how it is tasting. It is not tasting at all good. He is doing the same thing every day and he's serving it to his customers. Will his customer come back again? If the same kind of food which is not good is being cooked and given, will the customers come back daily? No. For that reason,
No.
yes, for that reason, we should get the feedback from our seniors or those friends who will help us. I can go and ask my friend, I want to make a speech tomorrow. I am saying it in this way. Can you please give me your opinion? You should give your speech and take an opinion. Talk to only those who you can trust. Okay. Those who will guide you, those who will train you, help you, talk with those. Get feedback on a frequent basis. If you're doing a report for the first time, take advice from the senior or anyone colleague. See, I've done this report for the first time. I put in the details in this way. Is it correct? I want to make sure that no mistake is done. So once you get a confirmation, you are sure that it is correct. Instead of that, if you directly go to a meeting and give some report which is not in the right format, it will create some bad impression about you, right?
Yes.
So timely, you must get feedback about your learning, about your work also. Okay. I used to do it every month at the end of the month or on 15th of every month, whichever date I used to plan. I used to go and talk with my senior. I would ask him, sir, is there anything which you would like to say about in the previous month? I was assigned with these works and I completed it within the due dates. My work was given to the clients. Was there any feedback from the client? Did the client complain about anything? No, they appreciated the work it was presented. They're happy with the formatting you do. So when I listen those things, I feel happy. Yes, the clients are happy with it, right? So start asking for feedback. It will help you a lot. Directly you won't get a feedback. You should ask for it. Next thing is the prime thing of everything, the base, the root for everything, confidence. You should have confidence. Confidence on whom?
Ourselves.
Yes, very good. Very rightly said. And can you see an image over here? Can you see one image over here?
Yes, sir.
Who is on the higher ground? There is one person and pulling the person from the lower ground. So there will be a guide in your life. There will be a trainer. There will be a person who will be taking care of you. You should have confidence on them also. I had confidence on my mother. My mother used to guide me from my childhood days, and I believe in whatever word she says, even if I am not happy about something. She sometimes says that you stay a lot of time, you stay awake late night. It is not good for your health. It troubles me also a lot. She says, I sometimes feel like she is not saying it correctly. But then I think she says it for my betterment. For my goodness, she says those things, right? I have to have confidence on her. I have to confidence on myself also. Yes, if I sleep late, I will wake up late. All my work will go on a toss. So I should take care of my health. So how to achieve this confidence is, one thing is inner confidence. Okay. Have that confidence on yourself. How to do those things? I have some questions on it. I will ask you just in a minute. So the thing you have to do is you have to assess. You have to look into yourself and you have to evaluate what you should do. Based on that, you should execute it and you should practice it on a daily basis. For example, If you are having trouble passing a journal entry, it is the basis of accounting. If you do not know what to do when there is a bad debt, then creating a provision for bad debt will be a tough thing for you. So you will end up with many doubts when you are working on it. So first evaluate, first assess what doubts you have, then you start to execute it, start working on learning it, and then practice it on a daily basis. Open your notes. Oh, this is the way it is done. Okay, I understood it. So this is the way you have to get into gaining confidence. Confidence is not only about yourself, confidence is on the work also you're doing. When will you get that confidence? Whenever you complete a work, go to your senior and say, I have done this work, please check it before I submit it to the meeting. Or in our childhood days, we used to write a copy book, cursive writing book. I used to show it to my mother. Amma, check it once, please. Amma used to see, you have written this A wrong. This B is written wrong. She used to make correction immediately. I used to correct it and give it to my teacher. Isn't it good? The same way, you should start doing things regarding your work and your personal life also, so that you can get confidence. Is this required? Confidence is required. What will be the benefit? What is the benefit as per your knowledge? Can anyone share with me? Is there any advantage with the confidence which you gain? Yes, Bharat. Mr. Bharat, can I get some inputs from you? Any benefits you get from confidence? Okay, I will talk with you later since I am not getting any response, sir. Okay, moving ahead. Can you see this picture, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Look at that picture. Look at how it is. What is it?
It is step by step we want to move it.
Yes. It is a step irrigation. We have to move step by step, but it is a kind of growing crops. In a hilly area, crops are grown in this way because the water has to stand on one place, right? Flat area is required to stand, water to remain there. So for that reason, they have done steps. We to grow, we to have good soft skills, we must also have steps. It is not a one-day task. Within a day, I can't learn how to get to all those soft skills which we discussed till now. Confidence. Within one day, I will get the confidence. I know how to get confidence. I heard one talk of a good person. That person has guided us correctly. I can get all the confidence by this. No, that is not a one day's work. It's a day by day work. Each day I have to look. Yesterday, my confidence. Okay. If a work was given at last minute, I used to tremble. I used to not able to do those work, but I should breathe correctly. I remember someone having said, breathe correctly, all anxiety will go out. Now I am all right. I will work. Step by step. Every time you should learn. Every moment you should learn. That is the way you will reach the top of the hill. Can you see the top part of the hill where there is a home?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
You will reach that part only when you do it on a daily basis. You can't reach at the final destination on day one itself. It is a lifelong journey. It's a journey which we take every day. So what we can do is we can assess, we can execute, and we can practice. Assess, execute, and practice is the mantra for all these soft skills. Assess means to look what we should do. Execute is to do what is to be done. And practice is have a continuous practice on it. Daily, we should do the same thing. For example, I have a habit of getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning. From tomorrow, I want to start to do it at 5 o'clock. So one day you put an alarm and get up at 5 o'clock. The next day, again, you start doing it at 10 o'clock. Is it a good thing?
no.
Continuous practice is required. So you have assessed that you are getting up late every day and you have executed it only one day, but you did not practice it. It's not a good habit learned. To be a good habit learned, to have a soft skill learned, practice it on a daily and regular basis. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next, there is a small note which I have to make to you. Sometimes smallest moves are the smartest moves. One small change you bring into you might create a big difference in your career. One small thought of you starting to talk, one small thought of you starting to write a diary, one small thought of you being an open person, asking your doubts, one small thought of you practicing good things every day, one small activity of stopping the social media forever will bring big changes in your life. It will be the smartest move which you can have in your life. Do it and enjoy it. That's it, what I can say. So I am very much happy for having you all along this journey of understanding the soft skills. These are the basic soft skills. There are many other things which you can explore into. Some soft skills which you should grow upon, I have explained you. Start on improving those things. You already have it. It's part of you. You know those things. Start practicing it. Okay. So I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your time. Thank you for your involvement also. So we'll have a short time of discussion. Huh? Okay. Yes. Are we clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you see this image? In this image, there is a corporate structure here. There are buildings over there
Yes,
on the
sir.
top. I want you to be working in such kind of corporate firms, big corporate industry, and having a successful career. To achieve it,
Yeah, thank you, sir.
yes, to achieve it, kindly start doing what you are supposed to do. You know what you are supposed to do. You know what practices you should keep with yourself. Start doing those things. It will help you a long way. It will make you happy. You will get a good night's sleep also by doing it. Because see, today I am satisfied. Yes, I wrote one page. I wrote one page about one topic. I wrote about it. I'm happy. That happiness is very much required for your future growth, for your future success, to reach your ambition. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So now I got 2 questions, sir. I will ask those questions if you permit me. Can I ask you questions?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir. It is about growing confidence. Okay. Yes. Now my first question is to Mr. Bharat. Bharat, are you connected? Yes, Bharat. My question to you is, sorry,
I'm outside, sir.
you're outside. Okay, okay. Thank you for informing. I will ask to someone else. Kavya, can you respond to my question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the best quality you have in you? I want to know what technical quality you have the best. If you're going for work, what is
Yes,
the
sir.
best skill you have?
If I
Sorry.
uh, once again, sir.
What is the best quality in you?
Okay, sir.
Or else, what is the best soft skill you have in you?
Soft skills.
Soft skill, any soft skill. One quality, or see, ask me that question.
What is the soft skills in you?
Okay. What is the best thing you are asking me, right?
Yes, sir.
I am able to communicate the thoughts that I have.
Uh,
I am able to understand what is being said to me.
okay.
I can do it correctly
can.
because I understand it correctly.
Okay.
Or else, a best idea for that is, I have confidence in my skills.
Okay.
I have confidence on myself. That's the best thing we can have, right?
Yes, sir. Confidence.
Yes. So whenever someone asks you about what is the best quality, you can say something about your talking skill, about your understanding part, about your learning part. I learn a topic quickly. That's the best thing I can do. Anything you give me, I learn it within a few hours, and I can practice it also. That's a good quality a person can have.
Okay, sir.
Although some people have a good quality, they work even if tension is there, even if the sky is falling down, they do the work normally without any problem. That's a good quality a person can have, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I asked you that question in that tone. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now next question, huh? I want to ask it to Mr. Pradesh.
Sir, tell me, sir.
Yes. Is there any questions that you ask yourself every day?
So once again, sir.
Are there any questions that you ask yourself every day?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What questions do you ask?
Um, Hello.
Yes, you're audible, please.
Yeah, sir. When I got some sufficient knowledge,
Yes.
when I in my
Okay, you are
I
saying
ask myself only.
you ask yourself, do I have the sufficient knowledge?
No. When I will get a sufficient
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay. See, that question,
That is my-
it's like, see, when I will get sufficient knowledge, it depends upon your practice every day.
Yes, sir. This,
Instead of that, you can ask, do I have sufficient knowledge that I was expecting for? Yesterday, I had this much knowledge. Now, how much do I have? That is the way you have to assess yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes. Mr. Syed, can I ask Salahuddin? Mr. Salahuddin, can I talk with you?
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
Yes, I have got one question for you.
Sir.
Do you read books, sir? Do you read any books, novel, or such kind of things?
No, sir. I don't read, but if the interviewer asks, I will tell. I'll read it. Read the books.
Okay. Have some habit. Okay. Everyone should have
Definitely.
a habit. At least read some book
Yeah.
which you are.
Habit.
Yes, Kannada. If you Kannada is easy for you, read some Kannada books. English, read those books. Have a habit of
Yes.
reading it because it improves your knowledge and your writing skills also. As I said, you will know how a sentence is made,
Yes.
the way the sentence will be made.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
the question I want to ask you
Okay.
is, what do you do when something good happens to you? For example, you had to do one work and that work is done. What do you do at that moment?
I will feel very happy now.
Yes, yes. What will you do? When you feel happy, what will you do is my question. I will guide you. Yes, yes. I know.
Okay,
we will go
okay.
blank on those things. What I do is when I do something good, I feel happy about it. First thing is that I express it.
Yes.
I go and inform it to my mother because she listens to all my thing and she will be happy because of it. One thing.
Yes, yes.
The second thing I do is I plan how to do it better next time.
Okay.
If that same work is done on a monthly basis, I plan how to do it in a better way so that I can get much more appreciation. Wow, the previous time you took 10 days to complete it. Now you did it within 5 days. I see a lot of improvement in you. That gives a positive impression about us, right? So can we do those things from now onwards? Whenever we do something good, we should plan how to do it better next time.
Your voice, we are unable to get it, sir.
Okay.
Repeat again, sir. We are not hearing your voice.
Okay. Am I audible now?
No, okay.
But I hear you, sir.
Okay. I will repeat it again. It's okay. See, whenever we do some good things, we should inform first of all to someone who will appreciate it. One thing. Second thing, we should plan how to do it better. Because the better we do, the better we are growing. We don't want to go on the same line, right? We want to go upwards. Like we are reaching the top of that hill, that home which is there on the top of the hill, right? So our efforts must to reach greater heights, and for that daily we should appreciate ourselves when we do something, and we should plan how to do it in a better way. It is just like a person who is trying to do a long jump. If a person is able to jump for 4 feet, next time he will try for 4.5 feet, right? Next time he will try for 5 feet. He will try to jump much more further. The same way we should also improve. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes. There are few points, sir. Some 5 points I want to share with you. What you should do on a daily basis, sir. Positive affirmation. Every day you should see what good things you have done. You should think just before going to sleep on your bed itself. Think about what good things did I do today. What things did I do good. This will boost your confidence. It will improve your confidence. What we do now is, after winning something, after getting some appreciation, immediately we start with the mobile. We send messages, we forward those messages, we look at social media. We will get diverted from what we were doing actually. Don't do that.
Yes.
Think about the whole day. What good did I do at office? What good did I do at home? How did I improve myself? Think about it. One thing. Next one, ask yourself questions. Start asking questions to yourself. Is this sufficient? Will I be happy if my age is now 50 years? If my age is 60 years, will I be happy with this kind of work? I am getting this much salary. Will it be sufficient? Or else if you can think ahead, I am having a rented house. Will I be happy for having a rented house for the whole year? Some questions you should ask to yourself. This will help you to open up those locked doors. You will have those positive thoughts in you, but you will be restricting it because of all the other diversion.
Okay.
Open up yourself. Okay. Next, grateful things must be shared. Whenever you are happy that someone helped you, thank them for helping you. I thank my amma every day for helping me with her kindness. She cooks good food for me. She helps me whenever I am in need of some help. So be thankful. At least by being thankful, we can make that other person happy, right?
Yes.
Have that habit. Start with that habit. Appreciate others also. If someone is doing work good at office, appreciate them. I'm happy with your skills. Your Excel working is very nice. I would like to learn from you. Would appreciate if you could teach me some of those skills. I would use it in my working uh, when I'm working. So something like that will give a good impression about you, and they will be happy talking to you also. So have a positive note on these things. Okay.
Okay.
Then the other things is, one good thing which you can do every day. Do you see yourself in the mirror every day?
Yes.
From tomorrow onwards, start a new habit. Just look at you, top to bottom. If you can see your whole body, you look at yourself, how you are standing, how you are posing yourself, and give a small smile to yourself. Just like, for example, you're looking at yourself and giving a small smile. You're appreciating the way you are. Wow. You're improving, Kiran. If I'm saying it to myself, you're improving. You're doing the best. You should improve much more. Today will be my best day. If you have that thought, automatically you'll be confident. Automatically you'll click whatever you're trying to do. Okay.
Okay.
These are some soft skills which will boost up your hard skills also, and it will boost up your personality also. Okay.
Okay.
Take a charge on these things. Start doing these things. You can see the difference. Your parents, your cousins, or anyone will see you have changed a lot. I see a lot of positive things happening in you. They'll appreciate those things. Start with these things. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I'm sorry that I took 8 more minutes from you. I would appreciate if you have any questions. I would be appreciating to answer it. Yes, please. Do anyone of you have any questions regarding these soft skills or how to improve? What actions should we take?
So is it possible how to write the email, and you will take any special class for email writing?
Not specifically. In case you need, we can guide you on those things. Email writing is a simple task. Actually, you should know how to draft a letter. Do you know how to write a letter? Written letter, how to write it?
Yeah.
Yes. If you know that part, in email, you should know some technical aspect. What is CC? What is BCC? How to attach file? While sending it, how to mention that particular person? Should I put a signature? Should I mention the previous mail? Should I reply to the previous mail, or should I send a new mail? All those are some small skills. Yes, we will teach you in case you need these things. We are coming up with a training session on these also. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
But
Sir.
in case you have any doubt, you can ask it whenever you have any.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. Ashwini, you wanted to say something. I saw you unmuting and trying to talk.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Sayed? Salahuddin,
Sir,
anything? Yes.
my doubt is that only, sir. In that remaining all are okay. While interviewer, no, I can face it. But this just
Yes.
the salary part only.
Yes.
Which
What
type of questions they will ask in the salary part?
in the salary part? See, sir, they will
In the
normally
salary
try
part, which
to.
type of questions they will ask?
What the employer will do is they will try to put it at the minimum. You will try to put it at the maximum. So you should
Maximum.
look at one point where you both settle down.
Yes.
Okay. So you should assess what that company is. You have to compare these two jobs and look if those two jobs are alike jobs and whether that work will get that much salary. How to do that? Look, if a person with same designation in the same company is getting that much salary, whatever you are asking for. If the other person is not getting that much salary, your expectation is something which is beyond their ability, right?
Yes.
But if your skill is very good, you are the best at what you do and they can get the best from you, there is no wrong thing in you asking or demanding that thing. Demanding in the sense you should put it in the right word and ask for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So,
for example, sir, one more question can I raise?
Yes,
can I
ask? Sure.
For example, I asked them, my expected salary is 5 lakhs. Then they said 4 lakhs. Then what we have to reply them?
Don't say the number, sir. Never say a number. In their mind, it might be 6 lakhs. So why did you say 5 lakhs?
Okay.
Since you said 5 lakhs, they will try to get much more down. It's just like you are buying a vegetable, sir.
Okay.
When you are buying a vegetable, if the seller is ready to sell it for the 4 rupees, you ask for the 5 rupees, they will automatically say that no, I want 6 rupees, something like that. That conversation which we have in the vegetable market, same thing will happen when we are asking for the. But don't go much deep into those bargaining things. Tell it without numbers. Say that as per the industry's requirement or industry standards.
Industry standards we can ask.
Yes. But don't say any number. You say that my expectation as per the industry standard is more. If I work in this industry, I will be paid a higher value. So my expectation is much more higher. You can say something like that. Don't put any numbers. If you want to give a range, give a big range. Bigger range.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Anything else?
Okay. Nothing, sir. Yes. Thank you.
So how was this session? Was it helpful? Was there anything you could learn? I want to know this also, because if there is something you have learned, you should carry it forward tomorrow, because closing balance will be carried forward always in the accounts, right? Yes. The same way, good things must be carried forward. We should not keep it to today's date and yesterday something was said to us. It's difficult to do everything. I am good with whatever I am. Don't have such kind of thoughts. You can see the difference by practicing these things. Isn't it? You can see yourself as in a higher stand. You can see at a better position. Do it. We will be happy to have you on a good position. We will be appreciating all the efforts you have taken, and we will be happy to have you along this journey of being the best.
Yes.
Yes, Ashwini. Is there anything you want to share? How was the session today? Any inputs? Was it easy to understand? It went beyond your thoughts? Anything like that?
No. It's I got everything, sir.
Yes, nice. What practice will you start from today? I want to know.
I'll try to improve.
Don't say try to. Try to means you are still thinking. Say I will. If you are making such kind of statement, it is like you are still in the confusion. Sorry, I didn't get you. There is a lot of disturbance happening here.
I will improve.
Yes, nice. Thank you. Thank you for those words. Yes, Pradesh, anything you want to share? How was today's session? What will you do to see changes in yourself? You can leave. If you want to leave, you can leave from the session. It's okay. Only if you want to converse, you can stay here. Yes, Pradesh?
Yes, sir. Good. Today's very good, sir.
Okay.
But I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, sure. Ask me.
Today, in my current company, very low much salary.
Okay.
If I get any opportunity to go to another company, means, sir, how do I ask to pay that?
See, your CV is the main thing. Your hard skills will be the same, because whatever you studied in the college won't change. But since you have worked in one company, and you are getting training from one institution, your soft skill has improved a lot, right?
Yeah, right, sir.
You can put all those soft skills. You can say that I am confident. I know how to work in a team. I know how to take the leadership charge. I know how to provide the work in time. All those factors, whichever I told, soft skills are there. Na? By mentioning all of those things, you can put yourself on a higher stand. You can say that the previous company which I worked, the work was very limited. But now I am okay with taking good responsibility, and with my additional skills of with my these additional soft skills, I am sure to have a good opportunity working in your company. So something like that will give a positive note about the company, and it will give a positive impression about you also, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it, sir.
So you should put your words in that way, and you should ask for a higher pay. You can say when the pay things comes, if they say that now we are going to talk about your pay, we are offering you this much. We hope that that would suffice. What's the requirement of your work? Then you can say, sir, I want to make a note, sir. Whatever pay you have said is as per the skills which a person does not know these things. I know it. You can see my soft skills, sir. I am very confident on these things. I can do it at the best, sir. So I expect as per the industry standards, sir. I expect something more. You can say it in that way. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Mr. Salahuddin, anything note? How was the session today? Did something positive come into you? What changes will you bring into you? I want to know. Okay, Pradesh, can I know it from you first? What changes will you bring from today?
Sir?
Hello.
Yes, Pradesh. What changes will you bring into yourself from today? Any changes do you want to see into yourself?
Today I want to practice mirror, that in front of the mirror I want to practice, sir.
You see that changes that happen into you. There is a big changes that will happen into you. Look to yourself and a small smile. It should not be like this big smile. It should be like.
Yeah. So now also I'm in front of the mirror only, sir.
Okay, nice. So that small smile will give a positive boost to you. It will give a positive energy to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But apart from that smiling part also, do the other necessary aspects also. It will help you to uphold yourself in a higher stand.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yes. Syed, Mr. Syed, can I ask you one question? What changes will you bring from within yourself from today? Any changes do you want to see? How was the session today? Yes.
Session is good, sir. Thank you for your advices, sir.
Yes.
And then I will in that mail drafting. No, I have done little bit of mistakes in earlier also.
Yes.
And I will correct it now to sentence formatting with. I will start read books and newspaper.
Nice. Very nice to hear those words. Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, that I will start. Then this interview questions also I will get by the online, and I will read and I will answer.
Yes.
Make it to answer.
Yes. Practice makes man
perfect.
Yes. And we will be perfect with our practice. So I hope that you enjoyed this session, took the positives in this, and kept it within your emotions so that you can practice it on a daily basis. Okay. Wherever you get a chance to grow. Wherever you get a chance to question, ask a question. You will be the best. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Thank you everyone for your time. I wish you all the very best for your future career. Have a happy days ahead. Happy learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Your good name, Kiran, sir?
Yes, my name is Kiran.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good
Thank
night,
you,
sir.
Ashwini. Thanks for your time. Okay, start doing those good things, sir. You can see the changes in you.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay.